We live in an age where the mass production of perfectly identical, flawlessly legible documents is not just commonplace, but utterly unremarkable. We tap out an email, hit print, and instantly 100 copies, each a digital clone of the last, emerge from the machine. This seamless uniformity, this effortless duplication is a given, an assumed byproduct of our digital world, barely warranting a second thought. But this assumption, like many that underpin our modern conveniences, obscures a far more arduous historical reality, one that highlights the true ingenuity of a forgotten pioneer. Consider for a moment the pre-industrial age, a vast expanse of time stretching back millennia, long before the rhythmic clatter of a typewriter, let alone the silent hum of a laser printer. Imagine the sheer, painstaking drudgery of creating multiple copies of any vital document, a legal contract, a political decree, a scientific treatise, or even a simple business ledger. This wasn't merely an inconvenience, it was a fundamental bottleneck to the burgeoning complexities of commerce, the efficient administration of governance, and the very dissemination of knowledge and culture. Every word, every comma, every line had to be painstakingly transcribed by hand, a process fraught with human error, maddeningly slow, and cripplingly expensive. The official story of information proliferation often narrates a direct leap from Gutenberg's printing press to the digital age, a narrative that, while dramatic, often overlooks the crucial incremental steps, the nuanced conceptual breakthroughs that bridged centuries of manual effort and laid the groundwork for our automated present. It misses the inherent incentives that drove individuals to seek mechanical solutions to a problem as old as writing itself. Yet, amidst this era defined by the limitations of manual transcription, nearly 2 centuries ago, a singular mind conceived of a radical departure, a vision that challenged the very premise of textual reproduction. On July 23, 1829, William Austin Burt, a name largely absent from the popular annals of history, secured the first patent in the United States for a device he christened the Typographer. Forget the sleek, ergonomic keyboards of today with their satisfying tactile feedback, or even the robust, clanking typewriters that would eventually fill every office and newsroom. Burt's invention was a primitive, almost bewildering contraption, a mechanical leviathan that likely resembled a bizarre, over-engineered music box designed by a particularly enthusiastic, perhaps slightly eccentric blacksmith with an affinity for gears and levers. Its primary function was not speed, nor the rapid-fire tack-tack-tack rhythm we associate with later commercially successful models. Its operation was cumbersome, its practical application limited, and its commercial viability practically non-existent in an era unprepared for its inherent demands and lacking the necessary manufacturing infrastructure. Here lies the crux of deconstructing the popular narrative of invention. The common story often prioritizes the commercially successful product, the ubiquitous device that sweeps markets and fundamentally alters daily life, instantly recognizable and widely adopted. But this perspective, while easily graspable, frequently overlooks the more profound yet less visible conceptual breakthroughs, the moment someone proves that something can be done, even if they lack the means to perfect its execution or popularize its use. Burt's genius lay not in manufacturing a highly marketable product, but in articulating a principle. He demonstrated unequivocally and for the very first time that a mechanical apparatus could be engineered to generate consistent, uniform, and legible text without the inherent variability, fatigue, and slowness of human handwriting. This was the true paradigm shift. The proof of concept that mechanical writing was not merely a fanciful notion confined to the realm of speculative fiction, but a tangible engineering possibility. It was the crucial foundational intellectual step, a blueprint for an entirely new category of machines that would eventually liberate information flow. The profound irony, and indeed the dramatic twist for this unsung pioneer, is that the original patent document for this revolutionary concept was lost to a historic fire, further cementing Burt's place in the shadows of innovation, a testament to how easily foundational contributions can be obscured. He was in essence too far ahead of his time, his audacious vision unconstrained by the technological limitations and the pervasive market inertia of the early 19th century, which simply hadn't yet grasped the full implications of automated text production. Thus, while Burt's typographer never achieved the widespread adoption that would render his name a household word, never became the next industrial sensation, its systemic impact was undeniably profound. It was not a grand disruptive tidal wave that instantly reshaped society, but rather the quiet, almost imperceptible pebble dropped into the still waters of technological progress, creating ripples that would expand, unseen, for centuries. This single, commercially unsuccessful patent, this rudimentary machine that few ever saw or used, represented the foundational intellectual groundwork. It unlocked the conceptual door to an entirely new world, where the replication of text was no longer solely the domain of the human hand, but a precise, repeatable, mechanical process. This conceptual leap would, in time, culminate in the proliferation of typewriters, machines that would utterly revolutionize office administration, streamline publishing across industries, and democratize personal communication, making the dissemination of information not merely faster and more efficient, but universally legible and accessible on an unprecedented scale. So the next time your fingers dance across a keyboard, effortlessly composing an email, drafting a critical report, or crafting the next great literary work, pause for a moment. Consider William Austin Burt, the forgotten architect of modern written communication, whose strange, ungained-to-machine quietly initiated a revolution that continues to shape our information-rich world, a testament to the enduring power of a singular idea.
Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more history daily.